Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Carlos Bento. In this moment I will show to you how you can install Schneider EcoStruxure Machine Expert Basic. In this case, the software used for emulating the PLC and to make the communication with another kind of the devices in a manufacturing project. I will show to you step by step. The first, you need to pay attention about the prerequisites. The requisites minimal, you need to use a Windows computer. That application, it's not a heavy application. You have the soft application where you can install in different kind of machines. You don't need a lot of memory, a lot of space in your computer. I believe that the file has around 300 megabytes of size. And in this case, we can use that software to make some simulator and create a prototype to make the communication or to simulate a manufacturing platform using PLCs to make communication with the robots and another kind of your devices. Okay. For download the software, you need to access this link. I will put this link in the comments of this video. Well, sometimes it's requested to you to create your login or register to make access to this software. It is free. You can use your personal account. That's not a problem with that. Or if you are a student, you can use the same uh, email address from your institution. Have no problem, and the software is totally free, and have no problem with the prerequisites or sophisticated software requirement for your computer. It's necessary to use in Windows because a lot of software from used for the machinery or used with the robots. The most of the software are created using Microsoft Windows or for Windows operation system. Okay. Well, in this case, you need to uh, click on the download button in this page. You need to wait the software to download it. I have one version here. Yeah, my downloads folders. Well, you will receive the zip file where you need to extract all files to create your program. Okay, extract all. I have one version here. Okay, so I will replace the files in my computer. You need to wait some time, some minutes about to finish that process. Well, of course, in that case, depend of your internet. Okay, you have this 600 megabytes to make this installation. I believe that for software with a complete platform, it's not much for that. We execute the software, nothing special here. To ask me about the if I would like to continue the process of the installation. Wait some seconds for that. Yes. I prefer always install the software in English version because sometimes you have different names from the semi products. Sometimes it's make a confusion to use the the software. Example in Portuguese, the PLC is called the CLP, a little bit different. Control line process, something like that. And I prefer always use the English for the installation. I have no problem, not difficult for that. Next steps, I need to agree. First name, you can use your name. Last name, you can put your last name. Company name, you can put our name that you need for your application. Okay, this is the folder. Association Martin to open the CMBP file extension in this case, and you can create it to the desktop shortcuts to make the open the program. Well, confirm the folders. Very important. You install in the default folders, because sometimes you can detect some kind of the problem or to connect from different folders if you have installed in a different one. Wait, it will install all drivers, all devices. I will pause the video. It's very no, it's not will take a long time to take or to end that process. But I will pause the video to get a little bit more time. It's asking if you would like to install the devices. It's important if you will connect a real device to your computer, you need to use the correct USB drivers and another one. Install. Wait some time to establish the managed services. Okay. A little bit more. How can I explain it to you? It's not a hard program to install in your device, in your computer. It has the basic concept that you can use. You can use different kind of PLC microcontrollers, a kind of manufacturer. Uh, I believe that it's enough to build or to make a simulator, how to use or to understand, to learn how to use a PLC in your computer. Of course, it's very important to use the real device to try to make the installation or try to make the communication. It's very important, of course. But sometimes you needed to create some kind of the prototypes and where it's not necessary or it's not possible to use like the laboratory PLC, because the laboratory PLC sometimes will have a lot of restrictions to use that kind of the the devices. Well, you have the network uses or restrictions. You have sometimes you are not able to connect your computer to the PLC because you are using in a laboratory where you have another kind of students. I always suggest to to students it's very important to practice using some kind of simulator, because you have free to create your own project in your home in different time of the day, in different moments. It is independent of the school or the university platform or the network to make the communication. You gain a lot of time if you use that kind of simulator. Of course, you have another kind of simulator too. From Schneider, we have the complete simulator, yeah, with the same name but called expert, not basic. In this case, we have a restriction to use that kind of simulator because you need to use, I believe that around 40 hours to use the application, and you have a restriction about the sum operation. Well, of course, you have more integrated functions using the most complete, but you need to pay the license or obtain a license with the school or with the or with your company. But sometimes, it's a little bit difficult because the versions of the PLCs that you have in your laboratory, that you have in your company, are a little bit different. In this case, you can take a conflict of the use the devices for your project. Sometimes you have an old one with a limited capacity. Sometimes some kind of PLC you have not have the possibility to connect to the network. or to send messages using REST API services, or like the MQTT protocol. You are a lot of restriction if you use most advanced kind of the services or the microcontroller. In this case, it's very important to pay attention about that, because you can take a little bit of problem to execute that kind of application. Another good point of the attention with the most complete application available from Schneider, from Siemens, from Rockwell, is that sometimes you need to use a server and install your application in a server and not a computer, a personal computer, because the personal computer have not enough memory, enough processor, and enough capacity to execute some kind of the operation. You need to pay attention about that. We have different kind of structure to create environments to use the services, connector servers to create a manufacturing process, to create a SCADA, to create a other kind of simulator, like the task simulator from Siemens. Technomatic is that is very used, but sometimes you need to create a server. You need to create an independent computer to execute our operation. In this case, you need to create a most sophisticated network, and to you spend a little bit more money if you need to buy new computers, new switches to make the communications, router, between another kind of the services necessary to make the complete environment for use with that kind of services, or another kind of the solution for the robotics or for automation process and manufacturing too. Okay, so in this case, I'm using free software where you can install different kind of computers, and you are free to execute the application in your home, in your free time, and to simulate the real devices, and to try to make the communication about that. Well, very simple. I That application is a basic application. We have the basic process that you can use to make the communication. In this first video, I am trying to show to you only how to install the application, and how to to create a new project, a simple new project to try if the application will work okay, very fine with your application. And after that, you can improve it, improve your project to connect or to integrate with different kind of devices in your project. That's very important. And of course, another possibility is to use the network to send application. You can integrate your application with another project. Well, have started the project. I will try to create a new project or show to you how the first step only to use the main screen and main functions where you can create your process. Only to make the proof of the concept and to make the test if to verify if the applications are running well. Okay, it started. You can register the application. If you register, you can use with more research about that, and it will replace the application to advanced application to use. Well, in the first screen that you have here, it is informing about the files used in the application. It is informing that some kind of DLL files are not trustable. You need only to remain to choice and continue the operation. Sometimes you can receive this message from different kind of files in your project. In your application here, it is asking to me, you can protect your application, that project that you are creating right now. You can use a read protection or a write protection, because if you are uh, a supervisor, or you are a company that were providing some kind of the project, you can send it to your clients, and your customer can configure to use the code or the password according to you have defined it here in your project. In this case, we will not use some kind of the password for the React protection, neither write protection too. Okay, and apply. Okay, you have now configured the application. If you can go here, have the configuration, you have here the PLC device available. It's the first one that you have here. That's a basic. You have another one with the connection with the Ethernet or the another kind of a protocol. It depends of your system. You have here some types of the PLC, M221. You have a TM3 digital modules, and another one that you can integrate your project. I will not replace. If you can replace your device, you can move. For example, you can select that one. You can move it to here, and you will replace your device to another one device that you would like to use. Okay, we have here example for our connection. I will try to create a simple program here. Program, you go to program, you only to inform the method to communication. Okay, I have here a device that will make the communication. I can put the information about that. I can put another one here to make the end the process to, for example, to start a pump. In this case, I have a button here. You can put or inform uh, your program here. You have percent, and here you can inform the input 00. Here you can put the memory, inform the memory, the address. In this case, memory, for example, 0. Okay. Well, in the same case, you can start your prototype. You can use here this button, launch simulator, and it will start the simulator process. After that, you can run your application. When you run the application, you can simulate the values. You have here the points of the communication here. You will run the application right now. It's asking to me, okay, I would like to run. You can pick on the 0. If you pick on the 0, you can make the communication with the device. You have the input and the output to make the communication here. Well, the basic process is that kind of the process that you need to know to start a project and to prove that kind of application in your computer. Well, you have another kind of the setup, the configuration here. I will to create another videos presenting how to make the communication to the internet, for example, to send the data to cloud services, or to communicate with the databases, and how to send a REST API to make the communication and send the data from different devices and different kind of networks too. Okay, in this moment is all I would like to show to you. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you very much. See you again in the next video.